Hello everyone, and welcome to the Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Care Network. I'm Dean, the host of the N.A.R.C.N network and channel, and also the host of the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. Today I'm going to be presenting to you episode 160 on the N.A.R.C.N network, and episode 160 is actually going to be a little bit of a short episode here. It's just discussing something that I came across here a couple of days ago on the internet, and the title of episode 160 is The Co-Dependent Narcissist. Now, this particular video was brought on, like I said, by something I came across on the network the other day. I'm actually a follower of some other people who teach some other things to do with relationship therapy and how relationships work and things of this particular nature. And on this one individual's channel, I caught a video by the psychologist Dr. Ross Rosenberg. Now, Dr. Rosenberg I follow myself as part of my research and understanding of narcissistic disorder, and also part of my understanding of personality disorders as a whole. He's one of the doctors that I actually follow and whose literature I actually read, besides coming across things perhaps on the internet about him. But somebody on one of these relationship type channel boards here posted a brief video of Dr. Rosenberg talking about narcissistic disorder and narcissists. And in this particular video, Dr. Rosenberg actually stated in the video that he does not believe that narcissists are codependent. I was kind of shocked when I saw him state this, knowing his background as a psychologist and knowing what he says about some of the things related. So I went looking for this particular video. I was not actually able to find the actual video that this excerpt of this video was from. But that being said, I found it shocking that Dr. Rosenberg would say this. Narcissists, by their nature, are some of the most codependent people that you can possibly imagine. I cannot understand why Dr. Rosenberg would have stated this. Perhaps he was stating this in conjunction with something else that went on in this video that I was not privy to, because the video itself was relatively short. But I've looked into Dr. Rosenberg's research in the past, although he's not one of the main people that I study. And I don't believe that he would have an idea that narcissists are not codependent, but perhaps this is what he actually thinks, or perhaps he's stating a partial fact about narcissists. But either way, this was concerning to me, because when you look at narcissists, the idea that a narcissist isn't codependent is absolutely ludicrous. But again, here, it depends how we look at it. If we look at it from the sense of how the narcissist operates, the narcissist, of course, you would think, when they discard you, or when they get rid of you, or break off a relationship with you, or whatever, that they aren't dependent on you in any particular way, because it seems to us, when we look at them from the outside, that they've gone on and engaged with somebody else in their narcissistic pursuits. You know, that they have many appliances in their in the wings that they're dealing with, and all these things are factually true most of the time. This would be an indicator to us that perhaps the narcissist isn't dependent on us at all in any particular way. But this is an illusion. This is not the case at all. Narcissists are incredibly dependent on it. They're dependent on us to get fuel from us and accolades and attention. They're dependent on us to bump them up and you know, give them some degree of stability. I just did a video here on the factor of narcissists being, you know, especially narcissists that have bipolar disorder or high-level bipolar disorder, because pretty much every narcissist has some associated bipolar disorder. This is what modern science is finding out and proving in the scientific psychological community currently. So they all have some degree of bipolar disorder or borderline disorder or something of this nature, because it's associated automatically with having narcissistic personality disorder. But that being said, if they have this, they are definitely codependent. Bipolar disorder people, part of their functionality depends on outside people giving them, some stimuli towards them to balance them in some particular way. Narcissistic disorder people are exactly the same. They require some of their balance has to come from outside sources because they can't find balance themselves. They're not able to regulate their balances themselves. They're not able to regulate their mind states. Their mind states are chaotic and unbalanced. They suffer from high levels of anxiety. They suffer from things that imbalance them in a number of different ways. And this is because simply they live lives that are so messed up. They're constantly dealing with multiple people, and all things are going on. It takes a lot of energy to regulate all these imbalanced things that go on in their life. So they themselves seek for this regulation from other people. When they're suddenly in an instance where a narcissistic appliance that they're dealing with is giving them shit and causing them all kinds of turmoil in their life, suddenly that narcissist is experiencing imbalance, and they're experiencing and exhibiting at that point, or going to exhibit at that point, some degree of codependency. The simple factor that narcissists disengage with you or get rid of you for a period of time, and then they later come back and engage with you again in some capacity, shows that they're codependent on that person. I have some narcissists that I've dealt with personally myself, and I can tell you that these individuals are codependent people. They, I have examples. I won't go into these particular examples here on the network because this would take more time. But at least 2 or 3 of the narcissists I've dealt with in my life have been completely codependent with me, determined by, perhaps financial things that have gone on, whatever that's happened with me earlier in my life with a narcissist I may have been dealing with. Could have had those elements associated with it, but I've had narcissists being dependent on me for emotional reasons. When we know because of the fragility of narcissists as a whole. If you tell a narcissist, screw you, I'm not going to be with you anymore, I'm going to get out of here and fuck off or whatever, most narcissists will try harder to keep you around. They don't automatically go, okay, whatever, go off, I don't need you. They try harder. Their nature is that they usually try harder to keep you around. And if you, stonewall a narcissist in a romantic relationship, or you try to friend zone them, or something of this nature, they get mad, and they often try harder again with you in these instances. So to say that narcissists are not codependent, they're incredibly codependent. They're one of the most codependent character types of all. So I'm not quite sure why Dr. Rosenberg said this in this particular video that I saw of him, but I wanted to address this quickly in episode 160. I might actually still try to find this particular video where Dr. Rosenberg is talking to a group of individuals about narcissism, it appears, and see if I can find out the context of what Dr. Rosenberg was exactly stating here. And if I do find this, I'll do a second part of this episode 160 just to catch everybody up on here as to what Dr. Rosenberg was talking about, or what referencing he was using in the confines of saying that narcissists are not codependent. But for now, I was just shocked by that video and shocked by the statement by him, because we know that narcissists are completely codependent on other people. It's part of their nature and part of what they are. But I just wanted to talk about this quickly in episode 160 with you guys, and because I found it so weird that Dr. Rosenberg said this. So I'm just going to say to you guys, I hope you guys stay tuned for more content coming up on my network. I got lots of new videos coming up on the N.A.R.C.N network and on the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you very soon with some upcoming videos.